dan, mijn gast vanavond is een Britse topcomedian. Je kunt hem kennen van zijn satirische nieuwsshow The Russell Howard Hour en zijn comedy specials op Netflix.
This is my first special since 2017. The world was different back then. Corona was a beer. Harry was a prince.
En binnenkort gaat hij op wereldtournee met zijn comedyshow Respite. Dames en heren, laat je horen voor de one and only Russell Howard! I was saving that for a special moment. My first handshake in 2 years.
Really?
Yes! You ruined it, man!
Who were you waiting for?
For my girlfriend. No, she
so COVID's been tough. You've
yes,
just been
it was very hard. Oh, thank you
Pleasure.
very much for this. Anyway.
Oh, I thought that was lube. Jesus.
Yes.
I know what you're like. I thought
it's a Dutch TV show.
Phew.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm great, yeah. Do you know, my first handshake was with Rod Stewart.
Holy shit.
You know, the musician? I sort of met him at a restaurant, and it's this weird moment when you shake somebody, having not touched for 2 years.
Yeah.
I didn't have any hand job. So I was just kind of walking around with my hand. But I was like a ventriloquist, and someone had stolen my doll, like that, and I was just lamenting that he was gone.
Wow. When was this?
That was probably about 3 months ago, but it is weird, isn't it, when you come back and we hugging again,
people together,
saying
sitting
hello.
together.
It's kind of great, though, isn't it?
How are these times for you? For a comedian, we're both comedians. I mean, we attempt to be a comedian.
Yeah.
It's difficult cracking jokes in times of war, don't you agree? I mean, we do have some difficulties writing a script for the shows.
But it's our duty, isn't it?
Sure.
It's our duty to mock somebody like Putin, and hopefully some of the jokes you told today, there'll be somebody in Ukraine going, look at that, yeah. but that's truly what it can do.
Yeah.
It sort of has that, and it's the fact that Zelensky is an ex-comedian.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of incredible. That's why you don't cancel comics.
No.
Because we can stand up to dictators. That's what we can do. The problem is that in Russia, you're not allowed to make jokes about Putin. Because the only comedy you can do on Russian TV has to be pro-Putin. Oh, that must be horrific. Imagine doing that show. Knock, knock, who's there? Putin, he's great. Like... Imagine British comedy where every night I have to go on my TV show. Boris Johnson's a good leader, isn't he? Yeah. It's a difficult show.
This is a good thing you mentioned this because you'll be returning in April for your comedy show in I think in Ava's Live and in Rotterdam.
Yeah.
We know all about Boris Johnson and your Queen and whatever Harry and Meghan and so. Do you know anything about our country, our politics?
The only thing I know, I have a friend called Johan, and he told me this amazing phrase. I didn't know this, but I love this. That instead of saying that someone doesn't follow plans, in the Netherlands, you say they're Mierenneuken. Which is... as you can see, I've written it down. But I love that, and if I've got that correct, that means someone who's an ant screwer.
Yep.
Which blows
is a difficult task.
But if I saw somebody making love to an ant, my first thought wouldn't be, well, he's disorganised. It would... because surely there's a level of planning. You have to find an ant. You have to seduce an ant. You know, like, get an aardvark away from the ant. And then you have to make love to an ant.
Yes.
And, like, you don't do that. That doesn't just happen.
Yeah, and next...
Do you know what I mean? Like, I've never woken up and gone, oh, fucking hell, another ant. Jesus. Like...
Mierenneuken, it means nitpicking.
It means nitpicking?
Yes. It means fussing over small things.
Right.
That's it.
I thought it meant ant screwer.
Also, yes.
So nitpicking and ant screwer are the same thing?
In a sense, yes.
I mean, you can see my confusion.
Yeah. But do you know any Dutch politicians?
I know your leader, Rutte, is that the guy?
Rutte, yeah,
and
very nice.
I know a phrase of his. He said he wasn't a liar, he just remembered the truth differently.
Exactly.
Exquisite, isn't that? Like,
I'm so happy that that thing is traveling around the world. That's what people should know about Britse.
But that's a bit like, you know, when you're like 6 and your mum catches you having stolen a cookie?
Yeah.
It's like that. That isn't my hand, mother. That's a magical hand.
Do you know our royals?
Do I know
our royals? Because we have, they're on a ski trip right now because there's a war going on, so they're like out of here. Usually they go to London, but now they went to Austria.
Right.
But do you know that?
I don't know. And your royals are skiing?
Yes,
no?
they are. And now we have a king. It's called Willem-Alexander. You know? Don't know him?
No.
That's so funny because we know Charles and we know William and we know Harry. We know everybody. So it's funny that you don't know our kings.
I apologise.
No, that's no problem.
Are they popular?
Let me say this.
What is it? Please tell me your national anthem is just you going.
No, let me tell you this. The difference between our royal houses is in your case, or in your queen's case, she's going to be queen until she dies, right? That's different with us. Our queen got to say, well, I'm done, I'll let my son do it now. And we were all like, oh, we don't know about that. That's maybe not a good plan yet.
She just retired.
's.
Oh yeah, our queen, she's hanging in.
She's still there.
Yeah.
And Charles, I mean...
Charles is... I don't know if you know a lot about Charles, but he is...
Well, he was ready for 60 years.
He's,
now
yeah.
He's over the hill, I guess.
Yeah, he's been playing like the longest game of like royal hide and seek. I'm ready.
Yeah. Let me do it.
He's a pretty ludicrous man. He talks to flowers. He believes in homeopathy.
Oh, really?
And homeopathy is a lot like the royal family in that it doesn't really work. That's
the same around here.
But the most fascinating thing, he did a documentary recently on British TV to show British people how he was just like us. And there was this amazing scene where he went, I've got an Aston Martin. You know, like most of us, right? And he goes, I've got an Aston Martin, but it doesn't run on petrol. It runs on leftover white wine. It's like, mate, are you genuinely suggesting there's any leftover wine in Britain? If the wine's open, it's like that. You've seen us when we're in Holland. We're just walking along.
You'll be traveling the world again very soon because you're about to kick off your world tour.
Yeah.
Good luck with that, Russell, and thanks for joining the Avondshow. Russell Howard, dames en heren. Je kunt Russell Howard zien live in Amsterdam op 18 april. Zijn nog kaartjes. En in Rotterdam op 19 april, maar de show is uitverkocht. Alle informatie staat op zijn. Dames en heren, mag je nog één keer een heel groot applaus voor Russell Howard! En jullie bedankt voor het komen. Jullie bedankt voor het kijken. Dit was de avond. Op naar de morgen. Doei! Hey, hallo mensen. Ik moet jullie iets vertellen. Ik ben namelijk ergens achtergekomen. We doen namelijk na de avondshow ook altijd nog voor de lol samen met de gast even een spelletje. Gewoon onder elkaar. En nu blijkt dat het steeds gefilmd is. En dat dat allemaal gelekt is naar NPO Start. Raar toch? Nou, wil je weten waar ik het over heb? Kijk dan zelf maar even op NPO Start.